receive.
Okay. Hello. Hello, guys. Am I audible?
Yeah, we are hearing.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We want to say welcome and welcome to the exchange. We want to say welcome again, whatsoever you are joining us this time. We want to take this time to say welcome to the exchange. Today we are here again with another fascinating discussion. We are here to discuss issues affecting Liberians and Liberians around the world. So we are here tonight with a set of panelists. Tonight we'll be embarking on a topic: should abortions be legalized in Liberia? If abortion should be legalized. Before we get into that discussion, we're going to be introducing our set of panelists tonight. We're going to allow them to introduce themselves. Then we can get into the discussion tonight. We're going to be starting with our friend and brother comment and put a comment, and the ball goes around.
Thank you very much, Elijah. And let me say good evening to all of you on this platform and those of you in Liberia and wherever. I'd like to say good evening to you all. I'm super excited to be on this platform. As I may say, one of the panelists or guests, I will. But I think it's a very fascinating discussion. I'm super excited to meet my friend and brother Harris Bawulu. I know I've not met him before, but like this kinds of platform helps us to meet and network. So I'm super excited to meet you, Chief. And my own man, Lincoln, Mariam, and Elijah. Thanks for the invite. So I'm super excited to be here. That's what I can say. And I look forward to a fruitful discussion. I hope I will share a bit of my opinion about the topic on a discussion. And I hope it's going to do justice to the discussion tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's get our female gladiator in the hall. Mariam, let's listen to you. And from Harris, then we can get to Ligon.
Okay, am I audible? Okay, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are following us. I'm Mariam M. Trawale, a Liberian and a student in India studying medical laboratory science. And I want to tell Elijah, thank you for inviting me here today to discuss the particular topic because the topic is actually one of one of the crucial topics. And that's why on the internet, like it was last week when I saw it, it actually drew my attention, right? It's a good topic, and I'm glad I'm here today to form part of the discussion and give my opinions about the ongoing discussion. Thank you once again for inviting me here.
Yeah. mm. Hello to everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. From wheresoever you are watching us from. I'm Harris Mbolo, and I am in China studying uh international finance, where I'm doing my master's. Like I said before, I'm so glad to be on the platform to be able to share the stage with so many great guys who have vast knowledge. And yeah, I'm so glad again to be here to share my view on this topic. It's a very unique topic, a controversial topic. So yeah, we are here to be able to speak on it, and at least our people back home could be able to understand some of the things, and at least people could understand that young people, they are not just here doing things that is not right, but also they are here contributing in a positive way. So yeah, I'm so happy to be here to share my point of view to our fellow Liberians. Once again, I'm Harrison Bodo. Thanks.
Okay, let me say thank you to all, and good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever our followers are following from. Let me say good evening and greetings to you. My name is Daniel Lincoln, a student of the Chatham DW University, studying microbiology, biotechnology, and chemistry. And that's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you listened to our set of panelists introducing themselves today, and we are going to get into the discussion. But before we get into the discussion, I think for our followers and our viewers, you guys see that our intro song was a little changed today, and we're going to play that song again one more time. That is the voice of one Liberian from Liberia. The name of that crew is called the Asking, and he is the one that producing that song. We hope to host him here this coming week to be talking to us on his career as well. So before we get into the discussion, while our panelists are getting set to bring you the happenings on that topic and to do justice to the topics tonight, we're going to take the song for the last time in our support to our brothers for his career. So until then, we will come back soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Need some more ice key. Oh, yeah, yeah. Low, low, low. Give me low, equal low. Low, low, low. Give me low, equal low. Ooh, yeah, baby, your love killing me. That you I want to. Oh, girl, I just want you know I need that equal love that I want to love. I've been all on my mind, oh girl, just give me loving like I do. I need that equal love that I want to love. I've been inside my hot tub, just give me loving like I do. Oh yeah, you my juice, so when I love me back home. And when I kiss you, kiss me back home. And when I hold me back home, yeah, oh yeah. You and me together, going shopping, then we're right. Having fun all in the dark, reciprocate love I'm wanting. You, I put your penny on my heel, and when your friend.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to say thank you to our brother Emmanuel for that kind of production, and we hope to speak with him. Like we said, we hope to bring him on here and speak with him when it comes to that. But before that, we try to get into our topics tonight. The topic under discussion is abortion should be legalized in Liberia, the legalizations of abortions in Liberia. So we will quickly get into that, but we will listen to our sister to start the ball rolling. Marima, to start the ball rolling. What she have of us? What is your own stand when it comes to the legalizations of abortions in Liberia? Should abortion be legalized or it should just be the way it was?
Okay, Elijah, thank you for giving me the opportunity once again to discuss this issue. I want to discuss about abortion being legalized in Liberia. It's a fine topic, right? And it's a good idea. But my stand here is I cannot say I stand against it or I stand with it. Why is this? Because abortion in some cases are safe, in some cases are not safe. So if they want to pass that law of legalizing abortion in Liberia, they should first categorize the type of abortion that will be legalized in Liberia. Because there are some abortion that are actually necessary in life. I'll give one common example of those type of abortion. One have to do with the ectopic pregnancy, which have to do with pregnancy in tube. These are life-threatening situations wherein if that child is really there and it grow, it can be a life-threatening to the mother, both mother and the child. So those ones they can pass those law that those abortions should be like legalized. Wherein a woman, if a woman having such cases, they should legalize it that she should go through abortion processes. And also in a case where a mother is not fit to carry a child, how is this? A mother can be a malnutritionally or maybe like she have some health issues that she cannot carry a child for a complete 9 months, which will put her life and that child life into jeopardy. So in that cases, abortion can be considered, and maybe that can be the last option. But if you just like generalize like abortion should be legalized in Liberia, you'll be increasing a high level of sexual activities. Because if I can sit down and say, in case I get pregnant, how long? The government already said I'm free to do it, and like I'm free to do it. I'll go and go do it. That these are not avenue to create for, especially Liberia. Most in Liberia cases now, the youth are more than the mature ones. And every day that come out, we have a lot of young people that are coming out. So if they are talking about legalizing abortion in Liberia, they should first of all come up with the type of abortion that should be legalized in Liberia, and which one should not be legalized in Liberia. If abortion is necessary, like I said, if it is necessary that a meant to protect a life instead of me protect one life and let go of one, these ones we can consider them. That could be our last option, like I said, our last option where index nothing like doctors can do to protect that child or the mother. They just have to protect one life. Then we can consider those ones. But if generalizing abortion in Liberia, I don't stand with it. Because for one fact, if we are discussing it in an angle of like our modern life, people will say it's good because it is safe. Abortion is actually a safe way of doing it. Instead of these days, young people will go, they take medicine behind the horse, which may lead into someone will bleed to death. Someone will like they will create a lot of health issues for them. Some of them it may even like interfere with their fertilization. Some of them can't born again because it damaged the womb and all of those things. It will protect most of those things because instead of you going to go behind the horse to go take someone medicine, or somebody will give you medicine like don't call my name. You take it, it will help you, but don't call my name. You take it, yeah. I saw a lot of these cases. Like there was a girl in my community that she actually died from that case. And up to now, if people know that who gave her that medicine, yes, I don't know. But most people couldn't know who gave her that medicine because that's the first rule they gave you. You know me? No, I don't know you. If you take anything happen, don't consider me. Don't call my name. So it will save a lot of those things from happening. Instead of you going to somebody who to give you a glass bottle or any type of maybe like any type of concussion, you can just go to a hospital where it's legalized. You go do your safe abortion, you come back, which is it's a safe process. But then again, if we are looking at it from the a religion aspect, I definitely stand against it because abortion is a directly taking of life. No life deserves to be taken away. Every life is precious, and every life on this earth, it not belong to nobody. No doctor, no mother get any right to decide on somebody life who will live, who shouldn't live. Or child who come on in all they call on earth. That child is there to see this earth. You have lived on this earth. You depriving that child from living on this earth. So if we are discussing Labrador is not just any country, where Labrador is a country of religion. We have a lot of religions council in Labrador. From the Christian side, from the Muslim side, we have a lot of them. So if they are discussing this thing, they should bring up those religions people to give their opinions on those issues. Because in Labrador today, that like you myself know, abortion is not legalized in Liberia. But you have no idea on the amount of abortion that go on like every month or a yearly basis. So take for instance, if abortion is legalized in our country, it won't look good. So it should be necessary before the procedure is being done. If the pregnancy is going to cause a life-threatening situation to the mother or to the child, those things can be considered. So I will stop here for now and give other people the flow, and I will come back in later.
Thank you. I think you listened to her point, right? She raised a lot of points. Con was just there, then, just viewing, and Harris at the same time. She raised a lot of points. A selling point that abortion should not be legalized and back and forth. And she asked for some clarities when it comes to, let's say, if you don't know the statistics, I will try to provide that, and I will try to make some clarity in between. But let's listen to the other panel. Let them come in with their point. It's going to be very interactive. We are going to ask and we are going to accept a lot of questions because these things is currently in the parliament and they have been debated upon. Religious people have gone there, traditional people have been there, and people from the medical perspective have also been there. So it's something that Liberia is at the crossroad as to whether this abortion law should be permanently legalized in Liberia. So let's take Corn, from there we'll take Harris. From Harris, we're going to take a legal, then I'll come in from there. Corn.
Thank you, Elijah. Let me say once again, good evening to everyone listening to me. My name is Cole Mepolo Kuma once more. I am a student at Chandigarh University. I study animation, visual effects, and gaming. I am a Christian and I stand and support the principles of the Bible. Equally so, I am also a realist and I believe that um, I don't like to be so much religious on some issues and leaving the fight out. So on this issue tonight, I will pretty much defer with Mariam on several other issues she raised. As a matter of fact, she didn't give a definite position. I think she accepted all sides to the discussion. However, I think that I respect that. But I think looking at the background of this discussion, it's just not a discussion where we just want to say, should abortion be legalized or whatever, because we do not have the power to say abortion should be legalized or whatever. Are we just having a discussion because we want to have our opinion? No, but I think it's important because this issue is being raised. And if I will quote it as the way it is not asking that abortion should be legalized anymore. Because, in my opinion and views, and based on the people who are pushing the argument, that specifically the Ministry of Health from Liberia, they are requesting the Parliament to make amendments to the current law that is existing. So, even if we sit here and say abortion should not be legalized or we do not accept it or whatever, it is legalized. It is already happening in Liberia. But what the Ministry of Health is requesting is an amendment that this should be done in a more profound way. This should be done with more safety, and this should be done at a level where um, the life is not at risk. Do I support the taking or killing of life? No, I do not. But there are instances that are really necessary and human. If you look at them, if you look at it, you get to know that what the Ministry of Health is pushing, it makes sense to our society. And that's where I'm going to base my argument today. So, as I say, I'm a Christian. Do not judge me by my Christian perspective. When we go to the Christian side, we'll talk about it. But for what the Ministry of Health is pushing and their experiences about the issue and their request to the House of Parliament is to make some amendments to the law. They are not saying we should cancel the law, or they're not saying we should make a new law, but they are saying they should make amendments to the law that is already existing. So, for instance, what they are requesting is that, okay, abortion can be done at the will and pleasure of the person who is carrying the pregnancy or whatever, based on the condition they find themselves. But if it is something after 6 months, they are saying it cannot be done. It shouldn't be allowed because it is going to be dangerous to the life of the person. Because, mind you, the key term or the key word or the key aspect of why the Ministry of Health is pushing this argument is because they want to save life. And the only life they want to save, it is the person who is already moving, everybody knows. To some extent, we'll say, okay, we agree, health-wise or whatever, I'm not a medical practitioner or whatever, but we'll say, yeah, once the sperm and the egg have met, at that point, it becomes a living child. But who knows the child? Nobody knows what that is. You get it? You don't know what that root is going to be like. So the key thing, or the Ministry of Ministry of Health Entire argument is to protect the life of the person who is carrying the pregnancy. As a matter of fact, once it's in 1 month, 2, 3 months, I mean, nobody has that kind of feeling or love. You have not developed what that you call love. So I am in alignment with the Ministry of Health on grounds that yes, people can have pregnancies that they don't wish to carry. So, for instance, in the case somebody got raped, right? Because those are some of the instances the Ministry of Health is requesting that yes, abortion can take place in this instance. What if somebody got raped? It's not an intention of born by the person who raped them, and they may not even be in a position to do it. Because mind you, if you are bearing a child, there are several other responsibilities that come along with it. You have to carry for 9 months. If you are carrying that pregnancy as somebody you were raped and you are carrying pregnancy for 9 months, that's an everlasting trauma that plays on you and is going with you for a very long way. You get it? In some cases, even in Liberia, some close family members are mating with their friends and they are getting them impregnated. In such cases, abortion is necessary and that's what I stand for. You get it? I do not, so whatever way it is, right? Whatever way it is, the person who is carrying the pregnancy or the person who is carrying the unborn baby or whatever it is has the right to decide in their moral standing or their moral right and whatever way they feel that they are in whatever situation they find themselves at that time to accept it. You get it? Because mind you, if you look at what's happening here all around the world, and let's put it on a simple scale right there in Liberia, our country is poor. We are poor, right? So if people just born in out of control, why do you think people have birth control and stuff like that? So what about the family planning? Is it not about taking life? If we want to say that, yeah, they think about abortion is about taking life. No, because even the family planning is also stopping the aspect of life being produced. So my point, just to start this discussion, is that I'm in alignment with the Ministry of Health of what they are requesting. That there should be amendments that yes, abortion can be done in certain cases. They are not saying yes, we just go and pass to the law. No, but it is something that is already on the book, and they just want it to be refined. And yes, that it should happen at this level and for such reason. And they did not just say anybody should go and do abortion. No, they are saying that there will be special doctors assigned to do these works. And it must be done at a special hospital with special care so that the life is safe. So I'll just pause here for the beginning of this entire discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a voice of comment and Pele comment giving his point on and his stand on the net discussion as to whether abortion legalizations in Liberia. The discussion is currently on the floor in the parliament at the House of Senate and is ongoing. So we're going to listen to our brothers Harris. And Harris is going to take legal and then we can start the real ball rolling. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Elijah. Yeah, let me just come in with my point. Uh, I listened to the first and second speaker. They spoke very well. They spoke lengthily. I'm not going to disagree with anyone because what the both speakers said uh is actually truth, and every point they pointed out, I goes with it. But now let me just come with my own point of view. First of all, I'm going to start the discussion with a caution. And the first question is abortion happening in Liberia now? And that answer is yes to all the panelists. Yes, it is happening. Uh, and my second question is should abortion is abortion legalized? And the question is no. Now let's look at the clear picture. I'm from a Christian background, and I'm a very religious person. Now let's look at the clear point of view. We are from a democratic state where what the majority wants, definitely, or when the majority vote you, this person win. Like what happened to our just ended elections. And now let's come to the point of view. Let's come to the point where with this whole abortion issues, it's not legalized, but yet and stay it's going on the round page. is on a high increase. Our sisters, our aunties, people are dying on a daily basis from this just because it's not legalized. And my point is, why not legalize abortion and put a specific system in place that everybody gonna go with? Then leave abortion not legalized, and more harm comes to the society. Because now, if you look at this Eastern, yeah, uh, you will see people, our siblings, if they get pregnant, they are afraid. They don't even tell their parents. They want to handle things on their own, and they don't even go to the hospital. They also want to handle things on their own. So for that reason, you will find this persons trying to go to a person who is not even a practitioner. Like there are people. When I was in Liberia, there's this guy that they have. I won't say his name though. But many girls used to go to this guy just because he could buy pills uh from Guinea, pills that could take off pregnancy. And when people get pregnant, they go. And before you look, there are so many things that was happening to these girls that wasn't really okay. Now our point is, people are doing abortion. So we should come, Liberia should come and put a system with in place that can help guide abortion. Because if you leave it open, mind you, it's gonna be a problem. Like what my sister said, uh Mariam, right? She said that, oh, everybody gonna be loose, and that's true. People just gonna like, oh yeah, the government legalized abortion, so I can do anything. They won't even want to listen to their parents. So my point is, they uh the House of Representatives or the House of Senate or the legislature should be able to amend this law, come up with a specific system, put specific system in place that will be able to guide this abortion law. Yes, it should be legalized. I'm going with that 100%. It should be legalized. Because even if I say I'm not going with it, yet it's still happening. So I'm going with it. Abortion should be legalized. But there's a system that should be put in place that you can be this month pregnant, we do abortion on you. Or you should go to health facilities to get or treatment. If you want to abort your pregnancy, you should go to a health facility and be able to do that. What we are saying that the parents too, our parents should be able to come up and be able to talk to to their children, to be able to guide their children. Because I feel that the pregnancy that is going on a rampage in Liberia, it comes from the home too. It comes from the family. Without no high and without guardians, things just go the way. Parents are leaving their children to do what they want to do. And I think these are some of the things that are causing these pregnancy and leading to the death from abortion. So there's a system that should be put in place to be able to guard this abortion law if they amend the abortion. I'm going with the preposition that abortion should be legalized. So yeah, that's just my point, Elijah. And thank you.
Good. Abortion should be legal as Harris. Harris say yes, let it be. Sure. So let's listen to Ligon and Ligon coming from the chief.
Yeah, thank you ever so much. Let me say good evening to my friend Brother Kun and to my sister there, Mary Twawade, and then to our brother there. Let me say good evening to all of you guys. And let me say thank you for the platform, Elijah Dennis. And always an opportunity coming to discuss some issue relating to our nations and how to do the betterment of our country and other young people. So if we have talked and have listened carefully to all of my fellow panelists. So this is my little 2 cents on what provided on the topic. Now, if we look at the word abortion and we look at what is inscribed into the law that want to be amended, if you look at the amended or the one they want to amend, it says, I think 18 weeks. 18 weeks, the woman can stay up to 18 weeks to provide or to do an abortion. And if you look at 18 weeks medically, pregnancy or formation of other body parts and other things occur within 12 weeks, between 12 to 16 weeks. The eyes, the hands, and other stuff of the body is inscribed into the fetus. So that process, taking away that pregnancy, you are taking away lives. That's another life you are taking away. So now, in another form again, I want to start with saying you can accept uh, abortion, but it has to be proven medically. It has to be proven by a medical practitioner is licensed or that is eligible to carry on any form of examination, any gynecologist or midwife. For example, pregnancy in the tube, where the fetus is developing within the fallopian tube, where it's not a legal area. Pregnancy develops within the uterus, which is the womb we say you normally. So if pregnancy tries to develop in the fallopian tube, it causes 90% death rate to that of the the mother that is carrying that pregnancy. She's 90% at risk of dying. So, from medical perspective, that pregnancy can be removed because it creates death threatening to the mother. It creates serious death threatening to the mother. Like some genetic disorder that maybe if the child is born, if you carry on examination that if this child is born, the child will lose complete sense. There is no sense for humans. That person was not functional. Like you can see some disabled people, you seeing saliva are running from their mouth. There is no use of them in the society. Sorry to say, but there is no absolutely there is no use. It's a waste. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of time for the parents. It's a waste of because the rest of the parents' life they will be catering to that kid expire from the face of the earth. So if you know that that person will suffer some brain collusions, maybe after 5 years, when the child after 5 years the child will die. What is the essence of you keeping that kind of pregnancy? Right? If you born this child, the child will have a complete life threatening issues that maybe in the next 5 or 10 years that child will make it again with die. It creates more danger, more harm, or more pain, psychological effect on the parents than when the pregnancy is removed, which is abortion. So I'm siding with the issue of abortion being legal, but these are the conditions that should be attached to them. That when the person is in this form, when the pregnancy is in the form, and abortion is not only about the child that is in the womb, but it's also about the mother who's carrying the child, right? And then in Liberia, if we want to get rid of this kind of thing, abortion is already in Liberia. Whether you, I don't care which kind of country you go to, there will be abortion, whether legal or illegal, there will be abortion. But my thinking is that they want to minimize the rate of uh, improper abortion. They want to minimize the rates. The same way we want to minimize the level of drugs entering our country, right? So they want to minimize the level of abortion, illegal abortion that is around the country. Because somebody just like I think it was who said that, or when somebody said that says that somebody will just go to one paper area or one woman area and they put some leaves and grab bottles and things and say drink it. Anything happen, no come and eat. At the end of at the at the end of it, that person might die prematurely. That person might die of abortion. When I was in high school, my 12 year, similar thing, such a thing happened. They say they use, I think something like cassava stick and stuff like that. So these are all form of abortion that is not proper because that child think that uh, after getting that pregnancy or after born that child, she won't be able to continue her education. Now, in preventing these kind of things, we have the family planning issues. I'm a religious person. Almost all of us here we are religious, but we are facing the issue to the satisfactory or to help our nation. Now, you have the family planning. They have the 3 months. They have the 5 years. They have the daily pills, and they have the emergency little pills. Now, I'm a young guy, and maybe I have my fiancée or a young lady who found pleasure in having fun, right? And then she's not ready to have a kid or to have a child. I didn't take the family planning, the daily pills. I didn't take the. I'm not taking the 5 years. I'm not taking the 3 months. Now, after having sexual intercourse, they have the emergency pills. Within that process, there is no formulation of anything. There is no life form. There is no fetal form. There is no existence of any human form. So within that 72 hours, that pill is used for 72 hours. Within that 72 hours, you can take that pills to minimum or to get rid of that unwanted pregnancy you want, or to get rid of or to kill the cells, the sperm cells that will enter and not to develop. Now, how can we patronize these things? How can we help provide awareness? We have to go from various secondary schools, the high schools, from sixth grade up to college level, educate those young girls and boys. My people, this is the reason. This is what happening. We don't want so many abortions because abortion is causing serious death.
O-
Sometimes
Okay.
abortion. Okay, so I think Elijah want to take time. Let me just conclude before we go further. So we can do these things, educate those young people that doing this will help to minimize the rates of unwanted pregnancy. So I'll stop there for now.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Whatever you are following us this time, we want to say thank you and welcome to the exchange. We want to say thank you for being there for us, and we are also here for you. And I think you listened to almost all of the speakers, and I listened to them. All of them are speaking from a medical perspective. So I'm going to throw these general questions at you, and you can answer them
May I hear me?
and
May I go?
yeah.
Because I did hear you stop talking, so I hear me even go.
Am I audible?
Yeah, please
You are
go
not
on. You are
audible.
audible now.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so all of you are speaking from let's say from a medical perspective that this should happen if there's a pregnancy occur, if there's a rape and what have you. And the country we are speaking here about is it was built on a Christian principles, and we have other emerging religions that is also coming and that's also dead and also in existence. Now, my question has to do with this in 2021 in 2022, 16% of the pregnancy that occurred during that year was all abortion cases. 16%. That get us to 38,779 persons doing abortion under the pretense that abortion is not, let me say, completely legalized. Because in the 1926 or 1925 penal law, it says that abortion, people can carry on abortion up to 26 or 20 to 26 weeks. But then, knowing that abortion is now fully legalized, and then you have a kind of percentage of people doing abortion, don't you think if Ministry of Health give rise to the legalization of abortion in Liberia, where anybody can freely walk to any hospital, say, okay, yeah, I am today, I get to pregnancy, I want to remove it. Don't you think it's going to give rise in an increase to the populations of the abortion that's going to occur per year?
Yeah,
So
can
we're
I
going to
can
start with one of the panelists. You can come in and address the questions from there, and then I will come in again another question from the biblical perspective.
yeah, can I come in?
Yeah, that is
Hello?
to yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like the first thing that I started with was a caution. Yeah. Now you say we give an increase. Or can you repeat your question again? Elijah is up. Hello.
Elijah is out, but the question was, will it give an increased rate in abortion, legalizing
Uh,
it?
it gave an increased rate in abortion, and okay, my answer would be no. I don't think it's gonna give an increase rate. There will be a decrease because now the first question that before I start uh, presenting my point, if I came up with a question, and the question was, is abortion happening in Liberia? And everybody know, like I said, yes, abortion is happening. And the second question was, is abortion legalized? No. The United States, according to what Elijah said, there was 16% abortion death rate. And my point that I'm pushing here tonight is, if you legalize abortion and put a specific system into place, which that system should be provided by the health practitioner within the Republic of Liberia, that there should be a system that should be put into place to guard the whole abortion process. And trust me, uh, you're gonna see decrease in abortion. You're gonna see decrease in the death rate when it comes to abortion, because mind you, there are a lot of people who doing illegal because it's not legalized. So now they cannot go to the hospital. They are afraid. So they have to go around to some people who don't even know the work. They are not even doctor. They are not even nurse. And that's why the death rate is increasing. Some of them, they take the pills. The pills is already within them, and they already got a problem before going to the hospital. When you go to the hospital, like, some people wait for weeks, and at the end of the day, there are a lot of damage that have been done in your body.
Yeah,
So cause
Harris,
death.
Harris, let me hold you there a bit to get a to make the question a little clear.
Mm,
We it is clear that abortion is already taking place in Liberia.
yeah, yeah.
Now, people having a fear
Mm-hmm.
that now if I take the pregnancy, even to buy the pills, there are pills that they sell in Liberia to, if you don't want to go use whatsoever means, you can
Mm-hmm.
go to the pharmacist and you can buy your pills and you can take these kind of pills, right?
Yeah.
Now, people having a fear that, okay, if I get pregnant and go to the pharmacist to get the drugs, they might even do it on a cover. Let me say so. And the pharmacist might take it and hide it to sell it to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
With all these fears in them,
Mm-hmm.
with these kinds of different things people say to them, if you get pregnant, you go to the hospital, doctor may not easily remove the pregnancy, all these things with all the fear. But yet and still, in 2021 to 2022, you have
Mm-hmm.
16% of the pregnancy rate was being aborted, and you
Yeah.
having 38,729 person doing
Mm-hmm.
abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question is, if we have to legalize abortion,
Mm-hmm.
where people know that they have the legitimate rights, they
Mm-hmm.
can do it at any point in time. They
Mm-hmm.
know that they can just go and get pregnant, and they can go. Is their right
Mm-hmm.
that once that comes and as you fall in that time frame, that
Mm-hmm.
okay, it should be 2 months, it should be 3 months, then I can remove it and I fall in that time frame and just work with that. Look, my man, I came for abortion. Don't you think it's going to increase the rate of unwanted pregnancy and the rate of abortion rate in the country? That's my
Oh,
question.
you are talking. You didn't. Okay, okay, okay. I got it now. I thought you were speaking about the increase of death. Now, okay,
Okay.
this this is what I said, Elijah. There should be specific system put into place by the health practitioners, mostly headed by the Ministry of Health, after the abortion law have been amended and legalized. You understand? There should be specific system, and this system, like what now the religious community who are the House of Parliament, where they want to justify, and the Ministry of Health justify their point, they should be able to come up together and come up with these systems that the Ministry of Health can work in line with, because abortion is already happening, bro. If they do that, trust me, I don't think there will be a high percent of abortion in Liberia. And
Good.
If I may come in real quick,
Yeah, come on. Yeah, let listen to come. Let listen to.
thank
yeah, yeah,
you.
go ahead.
If I may come in, I think Elijah, your question, if I will try to rephrase it in this form, it's like you saying, um, there is a law, but if the law gets to be strengthened, people are going to steal more. There's a law that you should see. I'm just giving this as a hypothetical example, right? There's a law that is not pretty much understood by everybody, but it is there that you should see. But they want to make the law clearly set out the people and with more enforcement. Like, yes, you can see nothing happening. And then you are saying, yes, of course, I mean, the rate of stealing is going to go high or low, whatever it is. If I'm trying to just phrase your question in that way, what we are saying is that
So
even
that's
if
it.
the yeah, so even if we all say um, abortion should not be legalized, people will still do abortion. There are laws meant on the board for people to follow, but people do not follow those laws because of their own situation they find themselves. What we are saying is that yes, the law is there. The law is there. And it is even written on the book that after 24 weeks, you cannot do abortion. It's illegal. If the Ministry of Education or Health, sorry, I keep saying education because I'm an education center. If the Ministry of Health or whoever is asking that people who carries on abortion should be penalized or should be punished, then that's another different debate. But I think the request is that the law should be given more preference. It should be looked at differently in a more profound way instead of all of us just trying to religious-lize the entire discussion or religious-lize the entire thing. Because if we are religious-lizing it, we will not look at the other aspects coming forth. Mind you, even in churches, people are preaching that people should take what you call the medical the emergency pills, the family planning. But these are
Contraceptive,
all forms of abortion.
contraceptive
Yeah,
pills.
these are all forms of abortion. These are all forms of abortion. So I don't just want to talk about the discussion in the sense, oh yeah, we don't want to kill people, we don't want to say this, blah, blah. But the answer is that people have to be aware that yes, it is my desire to carry this once I'm ready for it. If I'm not ready for it, I shouldn't carry it. And that's what the people are saying right now in the parliament. You get it? So there will be increase or less decrease if even the law is passed or not. I'm just responding to your question directly. Even if the law is passed or
Okay,
not, there will still be people carrying on abortion. And you will come and quote another number of cases again.
Elijah, can I come in?
Eh,
Can I come?
I come in
Yeah,
Elijah want to
let listen. Yeah, legal.
Elijah,
Let the female gladiator. Let listen to her. What she's gonna say to that.
Elijah, you know, Kum is getting the idea of family planning and that of abortion. Like, I don't know how he's looking at those two things, but they are not even related, right? Family planning is preventing the pregnancy from happening. It's not an abortion. It just suspend the how they call the fertilization process of the female. Every month a female goes through a menstrual cycle.
No, no,
After
no.
that menstrual
My man,
cycle,
1 minute. My man, 1 minute. Come, you need to come back here. Come, you need to come back here. You
no,
need to come
I'm
back
here.
here. My man is saying
I'm here. I was trying to
something.
adjust. I was
after
trying to adjust. I'm
My
here.
man,
after that
my man,
menstrual period,
you
right?
can come back again. Come back again.
After
Let me hear that.
No, hell, she can go on.
right,
I hell.
Kum is saying that taking a family planning is the same as abortion. Those two things, you're like you're combining two things and they are not relating, right? That's the portion I want to clear a bit. A family planning it prevent pregnancy. How? This is how it happened. Every month a female goes through a menstrual period, right? And after the menstrual period comes the ovulation period. And during the ovulation period, that's why you hear most females saying that this is my dangerous time. Because at that time, any mistake of fertilization will take place. So family planning decrease those rates of pregnancy happening, wherein they suppress the ovulation period from the egg from fertilizing. It is not an abortion. If a female is taking a family planning, she will go through her ovulation, but the egg will not fertilize because the family planning suppress the egg from fertilizing. And you also in your first speech, you make a key point there, right? Like some people get raped, or maybe like a high school girl who just went to go try something and the next minute she get pregnant. At that moment, that child is traumatized. Everybody know that rape comes with its own trauma. If God forbid, in my case now, if I get raped and as a result of that rape, I get pregnant, trust me, I will need a counseling session. Somebody who need to counsel me, calm me down first from the first trauma that happened, which is the rape trauma, before even coming to pregnancy trauma. At that moment, people are not thinking straight, right? If you go to a hospital immediately at that moment, that the child I got raped and I got pregnant in the process, and I want to get abortion, at that moment you are not thinking. So if first before the government should look at the abortion statement, they should first create an avenue. When at that moment, if a girl child walks to a doctor or a counseling section that I got raped, and as a result of the rape, I got pregnant, and I want to get abortion, you should first of all cancel that child or that female, cancel them from the first trauma they already in, which is the rape trauma. Create that avenue for them that this is not the end of your life. You still have life even after giving birth to this child. Like a high school girl get pregnant doing a school session. Everybody knows some people will be like, my life is over. In fact, my school time is over. Whether I will born a child, I will take care of a child before I continue my life or I continue going to school. These are trauma that people go through. They are not thinking straight. So instead of legalizing abortion, that if you find yourself in that situation, you just go to the hospital and go do abortion. First of all, create an avenue where that person will feel safe. That person will feel like after this child still have life. Yet after the child can go back to school. Even with this pregnancy, I can still go to school and earn what I want to do in the future. But if that child just walk to the hospital to you like, I got pregnant, I got raped, or I just met this boy, would just try something, and the next minute I got pregnant. Come on, that child is not thinking. That particular person at that moment, they are traumatized. All they want to do is to just get rid of that pregnancy instantly. They don't even want to see it. But if you put them on a particular avenue or good atmosphere, wherein you comfort them first from their first trauma and tell them that they're still alive after this pregnancy, and you can still make it to school, you can still achieve that degree, even after giving birth to the child, create that avenue for that person. And Elijah, back to your question, right? You talk about abortion is happening.
Elijah, before she comes in, I just want to
No, I want
make my stand
I
strong
want to
before legal
I
comes
want
in. Now, whatever way we want to term it, whatever way we want to term it, the aspect of family planning, really, if we just want to religious law, the entire thing, because the only reason why anybody would say that abortion should not take place is because they want to be religious. That's the only reason why anybody was saying abortion should not take place. And we also want to look at it from that angle or whatever point is it. The reason why people are taking family planning is because they don't want to have babies at an unwanted time. You get it? So we're taking whatever way it is prevention. You carry on abortion, you are prevented from born at an unwanted time. You carry on family planning, you are prevented yourself. So the key where I want to, for the sake of the discussion, for the
I
sake of the
disagree with
discussion, the
you.
key where I want to use is what prevention. You get it?
One is better than one because family
let,
planning is stop the process immediately. And abortion is where it's already making, and you stop it from happening. So they are not related. So I disagree with you. You
Yes.
can't compare family
there,
planning
there,
and
where,
that of
I say
where I want
prevention.
abortion.
Can I
Mm-mm.
That
jump
is
in?
in prevention.
Yeah, Maria is actually like despite I'm not from a health background, but I did my research. What you just said, you are right. Seriously. Like preventing is not abortion. Like you can prevent pregnancy, but it's not abortion. I just researched it and she's right on that. But
Yes.
again, let me ask you this question. What's your stand on this topic? Because right now, I know from the beginning you didn't want her to take your side or side. So what's your stand? So we should know exactly we should know how to
Harris.
get back to you
Harris.
whenever you
No,
respond.
Harris. Here's the thing, right? Like I told you, medically, some abortions are medically correct. Like what Daniel said, pregnancy in trip was a life-threatening situation that had to get rid of because it put a mother's life in danger. And a pregnancy where a child will be born with a genetic disorder, or that child will be born like almost, I don't even know, like with those conditions, you can medically advise somebody to go through abortion. But if you just generalize abortion, you are creating avenue for more risks and more abortion to happen. Some abortions are necessary medically. Some abortions are very necessary. Like I said from the start, my first the the statement I made, I said it. Some are necessary, but some are not necessary. You see,
Yeah, Mariam. My point is, so are you going with legalization? Because the bill is in the house now.
it's in the
You know,
house. Like,
we are just
I'm
trying to
not
discuss
totally
it.
against the bill, but they just need to make clarifications in the
No,
process.
yeah, that's what I'm saying now. Like the clarification is okay. Like it's already in the house. People are trying
Yes.
it.
Even the current, even
So we just want
there
to
is
know
a current law. Yeah,
what's
there is a current law that you can do abortion, but at a certain point in time, you get it. Even right now, what is in the house
Yeah.
is that they are still requesting that it can still be done at a certain point in time, but should be done through specialized people. You
yeah.
get it.
But
So, Elijah's point of discussion is
But
should abortion be legalized?
can I come in
That's the
session?
point, right? They should
let me
set
come
they
in.
should set
Yeah,
a
Let me come in.
particular standard
Let me
that
come
this
in.
even in these cases
yeah. Let me
abortion
come
should
there.
happen. But they shouldn't just generalize it like it should be legalized like
Can I
generally.
can I just
That's
quote
my
this,
but so I'm not
this
against and I'm not for. That's my that's
No,
my
yeah,
thing.
can I just quote
King just
this? Can
said,
I
just
bro
said,
please can I just come in for a sec? Can I just quote this abortion law, like section 16.3 of the Panel Law of
Yeah,
Liberia. It criminalizes abortion as a felony, but like on a second certain circumstances, like they are saying abortion can go on, and we are saying like okay, me abortion let it be legal, but there's a system that should be put into place, and this is
yeah,
where the religious community, our parents, they should come in and suggest this unique system that should guide this whole process. You understand? It shouldn't just be a loose way to say, oh yes, I'm 18 years old now, I have the voting right, I can vote for anybody, or I can do anything that I want to do. No, it shouldn't be like that. There should be certain specific system to guard this abortion, the legalization of the abortion law. You understand? Because the point, if you don't legalize it, it's happening. It happening on a daily basis. So why not? My question is
okay,
like, why not?
like I was saying, that's why when I started saying I could a few dangers relating to pregnancy. You have pregnancy in the womb, you have genetic abnormal disorder, right? In pregnancy in the tube, that process, there is no way a normal pregnancy occurs within the tube. The fallopian tube is like something like this, right? It's a turning tube from within the system in the reproductive system of the female. That process is only used for the garment of the male to pass through to go and fertilize the garment of the female, which is the ovary, which is the ovum rather. Now, in that process, the ovum meets the male gamete, which is the sperm cell, within that junction, which is the fallopian tube. Pregnancy occur, and pregnancy is not normally occurring in that process.
Yeah,
I'm
Daniel,
coming.
just a minute.
I'm
Yeah, are
coming.
you
Wait.
responding to the questions? Are you responding to the questions that states if they legalize abortion, don't you think that let's say the abortion rate we're going to increase in Liberia? Are
No,
you
no, no, no.
responding to that?
The other way, imagine you have this. Somehow people think it's illegal. Somehow people think it's illegal, and then you have the highest numbers of abortion rate. What if you legalize it where I improve it? Now, like the freedom of speech or the freedom of movement, the freedom of assembly. I know that I have that freedom. I can assemble at any time now. That's why people can say protest are my freedom, right?
It cannot
So
come in.
Paris, I'm coming. So now, if I have the privilege to do a boxing, like maybe they get had an intercourse with this guy, and then she not really want have a child by this guy. She will go want someone. She go to the hospital. Illegal last. She take her pregnancy. Just like you want to know who pregnant was. You know what she going through. So you not go one soon morning. She go to the hospital and take her pregnancy. Maybe they get she's a teenager, right? And she in high school, she go have a phone, and then mistakenly she have a teenage pregnancy. That girl out telling her parents, out telling nobody. One from there, if I go that go to the hospital take her better. So if you look at the average will increase because more people will start to do more abortion because it's legal now. You can't stop my right. That's my right. That's my entitlement. That's my constitutional right. So you can't stop that. So you will observe that it will increase instead of decreasing. My own perspective of this law is that this law should be passed, but should have a mental or area of it. Like if you want to take out pregnancy, it should be medically proving or sarcastically proving that if them if this woman is traumatized, pressure, sometimes pressure make people go into trauma. If the woman is traumatized that she goes into the delivery room, or when she goes carry the pregnancy all through, something will happen to her. She might lose her life. If
But
if Liberia was
it's actually
uh,
happening now.
sorry,
It's actually happening now.
yeah, so the woman will be traumatized when she go to the delivery room. I was once upon a time working in the delivery room back home, right? So you see some people going to the shop because they are worried. They take it on the man, they take it on a kid, they take it on family, they go in the shop. And going to the shop delivery room, it causes problem. In that problem, it may lead to death of both the child or the mother.
So yeah,
Okay.
can I
Okay.
come in?
Yeah,
So
that's
if I
good.
just
So
if I
yeah.
just also want to respond to Lingo real quick.
Can I
If I just want to respond to
can I just
Lingo
come in?
real quick. Lingo
Can
is
I talk to
saying
Elijah
abortion
for
should
a
be
second?
legalized, but there should be
Can
some
I talk?
clauses. And 1 minute, Harris, and he's also keen about if somebody wants to do abortion, it must go and be medically checked, right?
Uh-huh.
The first instance that somebody want to decide to do abortion is because they don't want a child. Whatever the situation is, whether they was raped, whether they are poor, whether they have incest, or whether they are just not ready. Whatever the decision is to carry on abortion is that they are not ready for it. So the law is saying, the new law is that it should be their decision to decide. Who is carrying the baby is their decision. You get it?
Exactly.
It's a person's decision to decide. So one thing somebody just commented and I saw and I like that is that Maria, I'm coming to say Maria and Nico on the same issue about abortion and family planning, is that whatever way it is, it's just the application of different methods. We you must be going Moravia. Okay, for instance, come here, pass through Ghana, Qatar, somebody pass through Kenya, but we'll take you to India, right? So it's the same thing, it's the same matter. So you get it. So it's just the same thing as preventing what you don't want to carry on. So Elijah, I think to my point, to your question to further conclude and allow Harris to come in. In my mind, if abortion law is legalized, in my mind, I want to think as per the current rate, it's not going to be any much of an increase. The people who carry on abortion before carry on those abortion because they said they were not ready for it. Those who accepted to carry the pregnancy and the board their children, they were ready for it. You get it? So it is not because they're going to say, yeah, but people who born doing the time they got pregnant, it was not because they say, oh, yeah, abortion law not legal, but I want to born. No, they born the child because they were ready to carry it and they were able to do it. It was their waitiness. You get it? They did not carry on. They did not go to born their child because abortion law is not legalized in Liberia. No, they decide and say, okay, I'll carry it. Whatever way it is, I'm going to carry it. So in my mind, even if it is legalized, the rate is still going to move at the pace at which it is moving now. It is not going to give any rise to increase of it. That's just what I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. So Elijah, let me just come in. Yeah.
Okay.
You are not being unfair with your question. Telling us where abortion increase, bro. Like the thing is simple. It's like you are preventing me from having this water, and now you tell me, okay, you can have this water. It's your right to have the water. Don't you think I'm going for it every day? Now, this is where my one of my main point come in. We are saying that people shouldn't look at the legalization of this abortion law to be a demon thing. They shouldn't demonize it. They shouldn't try to make it look like it's a thing that gonna destroy the whole entire Liberia. No, we are saying that uh let go back to our parents. Mostly the people who are mostly worried within Liberia are the parents. Oh, my child wants something, my child wants this. Now it comes to an example of you having your kid and you send your son to school. And definitely if you are not looking after that kid and he's going to school every day, if he comes home at early age and you don't ask him, what did you write today? What did you study today? If he doesn't tell you and you just leave him the way he wants to do whatsoever thing he wants to do, And when he grows old, definitely things won't go right. He won't even have time to study. And again, the parental care won't even be there. And my point is, parents should come in. And now this is the time that parents should be able to stand on their kids. This is the time parents should be able to work with their kid. This is the time parents shouldn't get away from their kid. They should be with their kid. They should mentor their kids and talk to them. Because most of the cases, like people who gets pregnant are people who being like parents really don't even care their daily activities, what they do. They just do whatsoever things they want to do, and they go and get pregnant. We are saying that if this law get legalized, yeah, it's not going to be a problem. Seriously, it's not going to be a problem. We the parents and the religious community should work in line with the Ministry of Health and put a unique system in place to be able to help this whole entire abortion thing. And at least it's going to decrease the death rate. Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah.
good, good. So, like I said from the onset, that all of your speech, all of your analysis have been in lines with a medical perspective. That
Mhm.
if the girl is raped, there'll be a safe abortion. There'll be no more contraceptive pills. Let's say that way. There'll be no more, be sister, thank you, or
Mhm.
be brother, thank you. Do kind
Yeah.
of thing, right? But then look at it from another perspective. Then leave the medical perspective. That comes to, because looking at Liberia, if you go into the genetic of Liberia, the genetic of Liberia, you know that Liberia was signed on the Christian principle. And
Principle.
currently emerging, we have other religions are trying to emerge and strengthen the spiritual aspect of the country.
Mhm.
That's another whole ball game there when it comes to the entire abortion issue. Don't you think legalizing or making abortion properly or vulnerable to young people will undermine our spiritual life as Christians, as Muslims, as Hindus, and the list goes on?
Can I
Yeah,
say?
yeah. Let me
Okay. Go
come
ahead.
in. Let me come in. If we want to religionize this, both I believe both Muslim and Christian doesn't accept abortion. That's what I kill. It's in the book of Exodus, if I'm not mistaken. It's part of the Ten Commandments in the Bible. Thou shalt not kill. So I don't. There is for me. I don't want to go further. If you just want to religionize it, no need for me to go further because the Bible is totally against killing or against murder. So if I am a Christian and then I say, for instance, my child, maybe she just 15, 17 years old, and then she stay in school, and I want to see because we as a native people, we from the native background, the woman will say, and I want to see come my family that is basically bringing to us. So let me go take all the nonsense. Sorry for the expressions. So they will say, let's go take all the thing, right? So if you look at that aspect, it's a total form of killing. The Bible is totally against abortion. I mean, against killing. So for me, if we want to look at it from a religious perspective, I would say no. Whether medically or not medically, is abortion. But we are looking at the reality aspect of it. That these are we are human. Conditions occur. These things occur. Condition occurs within in this aspect. So, if you want to save the life, if you want to save the life of make the mother or the unborn child, you do it per the medical perspective. Other than that, maybe you might lose the two person, you might lose the child, you might lose the mother. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I come in?
Okay.
Yeah. E- Elijah, to your question. Yeah. I think this topic is on a broad topic within Liberia, you know. And let's be real here. There's a saying in the church, because like I said, I'm from a Christian background. There's a saying that in the church that most people always say, even it's a famous saying that says that do what I say, but don't do what I do. Now, let relate this to this whole entire abortion. For God's sake, let's be real with ourselves. I agree. The whole entire religious community is against this. I agree. But being against it doesn't mean that it's going to reduce the death or it's going to reduce abortion. No. Like I said, abortion is happening on a daily basis. And this illegal abortion is causing more death to Liberians. So we know that Christians does not approve it. Muslim does not approve this as per the religion. But we should look at the reality of life. We not accepting it. Is it going to do a better good to us as Liberian? No, it's not doing it. But rather, our sisters, our aunties, our mothers are dying from this illegal abortion. So we know that the whole issue of religion is very important. But yet it's not legalized. But things are happening. So I think it's prudent enough that the legislature of the Republic of Liberia should amend this law. I know the religious community some way somehow gonna be like they're gonna relate this to the whole entire religious issues. But is it actually important for us? No, it's not. It's not important for us. It's not helping us. The illegal abortion rates and our sisters that are dying on a daily basis is harming us. So I think it should be prudent enough that it should be legalized. The religious community should also be able to concord, and that's why they should come up with a specific system. They should suggest this system that will help the Ministry of Health.
So Harris to the rest of the team that
Mhm.
saddened with the fact that if it is religionist and or biblically from a biblical perspective, then it should not be legalized. So why can you carry on health awareness, sexual awareness to still people to esteem people from having sex and getting unwanted pregnancy?
Can I come in?
Yeah, you can come there. Come.
After this, after you, then I will come in, please.
I mean, like in response to your previous question, in response to your previous question, Liberia was built on a Christian principle, right? If we may say that we didn't say, okay, I don't want to go that route, but Liberia was built on a Christian principle. Is it nation currently a Christian nation now? No. Just like you say in your question, there are emergence of other different religions, right? They also have the right to be in Liberia. They are Liberians. For instance, Muslims are in Liberia. They are Muslims. They are not Christians. There are Hindus going to Liberia now. They are building their own churches there. I know a group of people that are Hindus in Liberia. So the entire thing is, we want to say maybe being religiously done or being debated religiously, because the Muslim community, I didn't get to listen to their aspect of their discussion about this, but obviously I know they will reject it. And the fact that we will all say Liberia is a Christian nation, I know a Christian may want to reject it. But just like all we are saying is that, okay, what I know for sure is that most of the pastors are preaching these days to tell you only what they feel they read from the Bible, that this is their obligation to tell you.
Mhm.
This is their obligation to tell you. So obviously, if a religious person is discussing the matter, he will feel that it is his obligation to tell you, nah, I don't accept it because the Bible says I don't accept it. But being more legal about it and being more reasonable about it, I am speaking from the angle of being reasonable about this entire thing. You get it? Even if we say Liberia is a Christian nation, still Liberia is a Christian nation, but the fornication rate is on a high increase. Christians are not be fornicating. So we cannot carry to that angle. You get it? So let's be more reasonable about the fact that yes, the law is intended to save life, and the Lord wants see it from a clearer perspective and a broad angle. You can safely say yes, it can be accepted, and it is just only going to save the process of what is happening now. Because mind you, Elijah, if you have previously quoted that the number of persons are dying from abortion, then that would have been a point. But if you say people are carrying on abortion illegally and stuff like that, they are not dying, then why if you make it legally, they will not die. You get it? So what we want to stop is people dying. It's not people carrying on abortion. We want to stop people dying. And those people who want to stop dying are people that carry the pregnancy or the baby woman. That is much like when I see oh nigga don't video for them emotion
Yeah.
for them.
Well,
You get it?
yes,
So yeah, so that's the point. That's the point I just want to learn on that even if abortion is legal last, people are not going to die because there are no the statistics is not proving that yes, because people are carrying on abortion so they are dying this way. If the statistics is there, then we cannot argue that okay, if it is legal last, the number of persons that will die from abortion will not be as it is now because they are doing it in secret. They are not doing it at the level that which they can do it in a safe practice. You get my argument right there.
okay,
So I think I
okay,
still support that it should be, yeah.
Mama, and Iris, before you are coming, please just a minute or 30 seconds. Now to the landmark of providing to prevent all the uh, consequences of death because we are preventing death, be it from the unborn child, be it from the mother, we are preventing death. How should we prevent? Because the law is about preventing. It's not just about you just making the law, it's about preventing death. Now, how do we prevent death? Very easy. Very, very easy. We educate the young children on the issue of family planning and contraceptive pills. This is the best form to reduce the risks of abortion, teenage pregnancy, or whatever it means. This is one of the major issues. That's what I said. We can start the awareness from the secondary schools, from sixth grade to college level, telling people do these things to prevent the issue of unwanted pregnancy and unwanted abortion. Now, if no women sometimes sorry women, but sometimes they have their own problem. They won't just get her one money on his back. She go to the hospital, she legal last. That's all right. She will take on the bed. We are telling you, imagine on age if you go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That's just a parallel example to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. If the man carries the child at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for passport, if the child is underage, they will tell the man to provide the woman. But when the woman carries the child at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they don't ask the woman for the child father. Simply ask the pregnancy to go take it on. If the woman go there and the woman say, she know who pregnant on, the woman take on the pregnant. They ask for the man, they ask for wedding, because it's legal last. That's the woman right. So my issue is someone was asking questions, say if the woman or somebody from online was asking if the person conduct themselves, say, oh, I have some medical issue. Now yourself tell you say you got medical issue, right? The medical issue will come about when the proper medical practitioner carry on their proper scans and tests. They get usual tests. What they can say, oh, we do the auto test, the ultrasound. Ultrasound will determine if the pregnancy is complicated. And if they complicated, they will do proper scanning again to know if the pregnancy is highly complicated that it will create death or is death threatening to the mother. Then it can be removed. But other than that, brother, instead of reducing the rates, because pregnancy abortion is not preventing, you are already taking life away. You are already taking life away. Then the law says 18 weeks. 18 weeks, check all of us check out from 18 weeks, you will see a growing of fetus, right? From the young stage, from the embryo stage to the fetus stage. So 18 weeks is another young baby that is developing rather than maybe the person head at form, the person arms, the person legs,
So
the
then,
part of the body.
Yeah. Thank you, Ligon. If you are following us this time, we want to say welcome to the exchange. We are here today in a conversation with the legalizations of abortions in Liberia. You've been listening to our set of panelists here giving their stance on the issue as to what should happen when it comes to abortion. As you are listening to them, some are saying, yes, it is okay. Let it be legalized. Let's see what happens next. There will people be saved. Let people stop taking pills all around the place. Let people walk to the hospital and the abortion should be done safe and sound. You've been listening to them here giving a point. I'm going to take our female gladiator there. She wants to come in with a point. Mariam, let me listen to you from that angle.
Okay, Elijah, thank you once again. Like the question you asked, right, that had to do with the religion aspect, that one is not even justifiable. Religion is like it's a no-go zone when it comes to religion aspect. Any form of abortion is a no-go zone religiously. But what we are saying here is that the religious leaders and that of the doctors that came up with this idea, they should sit in front of common ground. Abortion should be done, but it should be done in a specific way due to some specific conditions that abortion should be performed, right? Like what the guy was saying, that Daniel was saying, right? They have a lot of the family planning mentor these days. Some people are there, there's 3 months, they don't agree with them, but they can take the daily pills, it's okay. Some people go for the 5 years, it's okay with them. Some people take the 5 years, it's not good for them. You have to know your time, what good for you as you go on a family planning journey. Family planning, even though like keep stating that family planning is a form of abortion, and we don't agree with him, but he keep insisting on this. But family planning is the same mentor, right?
Okay.
You create those avenues, those awarenesses in various schools, educating girls, children coming up about like how to prevent pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, teen pregnancy. You create those avenues, create more awarenesses to prevent those things from happening. Instead of you sitting down when it happens, then the only option you have is to abort that child. It's a taking away of life, like what they call that they call Daniel said. Pregnancy above 18 weeks. That is not even not about ambering. It's a fetal. It's a almost a human being. You are taking away life. You see? Even so, some people will say maybe if I know that I'm pregnant in a month, and that means like what people say, like you don't even know what is which child it is. If a woman get pregnant, there's a attachment right there. There's a life growing inside you. Whether it's a week, it's a month, it doesn't matter. That's a life really developing in you. And taking away that life, there's no justification of taking life. People can justify taking life. Whether I'm not ready yet or like I can't feel a child because I can't feel myself. You don't justify taking life. So that's why like religiously we don't even debate it. It's kind of forbidden religiously. And these are some of the reasons why it condemn. You don't give life, so you have no right to take that life. But in some condition where it will cause another life-threatening condition, maybe the woman carrying a child is not fit to carry that child, like pregnancy issue. These are life-threatening situations where even when that pregnancy leave there, if that child going out Filipino, it can cause that woman life. Which means instead of like giving away two lives, you save one to preserve one. These are conditions that people can say yes. That go through abortion. Safe way, like it is legalized, yes. And why in a child that will be born with a particular genetic condition, because they have a lot of genetic condition that you will see a child will be born with certain condition wherein they cannot benefit the society. This to be our last bottom line. Like they get rid of the child instead of A being born and B or like to the parents. You see, we can look at those conditions. But you can just like somebody get pregnant at maybe at the age of 18, you feel that she's not ready yet. How do you know you're not ready yet? You don't know that. You can carry that pregnancy and stay hydrated. There are a lot of people like I have a lot of friends like, who got pregnant during high school days. Some feel like that was the end of their life. Some of them got rid of the pregnancy, some of them born their child. Those that have their child, some of them they graduated from high school, they went to college, now they have they are doing the law.
Okay.
You cannot determine like to say I'm not ready yet. Come on, you're not ready yet, prevent it from happening. Instead of you going to go do then next thing you see abortion as an option. I see my business she added message that my profile down there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's Richard Freeman. She's actually following. She's making some point here, and she's really been on the discussion. But the thing is, to every good thing there must be an end. We are actually running out of time. So you've been following us. We want to say thank you. We cannot take call tonight because we have some system problem. So we hope to take call. And one thing that just ran to my mind, I just want to say quickly before I forget. I think we have to bring Mariman back here to tell us, what are the different type of contraceptive, and how do people take this kind of thing. I think she is educated when it comes to that because you hear her speaking directly in that line. So we will ask our panelists to try to come up with their concluding statements because we are really out of time. And if there were questions they expected to answer or to talk about and they did not talk on it, we will also allow them to speak on it, at least allotted 2 minutes to each of them because we are very, very out of time. So we're going to start with our brother Harris. From Harris, we're going to take Corn. From Corn, we take the female gladiator. Then from there, we can take Daniel.
Okay. Yeah. To the panelists, it was actually a good show. And yeah, my concluding point will always be uh for abortion to be legalized. And like we came on this platform, we presented our plan, we spoke uh, from the youth perspective, and I wish our parents in the religious community to understand from the perspective we are speaking. Because at least it's actually going to help uh, to reduce the death rate. Because I think that's one of the most important things. And again, yeah, please, my Liberian people, our parents, we should look at it from a logical stand. We shouldn't just be looking at it from a religious stand where we just don't want to accept abortion because within the Bible or within the Quran, it's not accepted. So, but this part is not accepted. It's still going on. Yeah, abortion is still going on. So our point now is why not legalize it and put a specific system in place that people can go by instead of hiding behind the door and doing the wrong. Yeah, and most pastors, I'm not going to preach against pastors. I'm preaching rather. I'm not going to speak against pastors because I'm not the kind of person who does that. But we know the reality in the churches everywhere. Things that happen. So please, we are just speaking our mind, and we hope that our legislators that is on in the house and people who are going to debate the point, the health practitioner and our religious community can understand and help legalize it to save life. Thank you. Once again, I'm grateful to be on this platform, and I'm so excited to be part of this discussion today. Yeah, Harris Mbolo, I remain humble. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
So
Let's take Corn.
I think I'm going to use 1 minute. You give me 2 minutes. I'm going to give it about 1 minute to you. Let me say thanks to all of you, my fellow colleagues on this platform, for coming to have an exchange of ideas on this topic. I believe there are bright minds out there who have weighed in on this and given their opinions. There are people in authorities who have given their opinions on this. But I mean, we are just privileged to come and have this discussion and talking about it from our own perspective. Um, as I maintain, I am a Christian. I maintain the principles of the Bible. I go in line with that. But my point of discussion on this entire thing is I'm just being real with what is being sent to the parliament and what the request that is being made. Whatever we want to term it, sin is a sin. Sin is a sin. Sin is going on. God is going to be left to judge everybody based on their sin. So on a bigger scale, the sin is being committed. So by just saying do not commit sin, it doesn't still in any way prevent people from committing the sin. It has to be the people's desire themselves to refrain from sin. And that's basically what I can say, that we or the Liberians or the human being themselves should muster the courage to have themselves restrained to be ready for these things before going for it. I know a lot of time people go for abortion because they feel they are not ready for it. Their situation. For instance, if somebody get pregnant in India here, man, they know the situation, they ain't gonna keep it. You know that. They ain't gonna keep it. So those are all reality that comes along with it. You don't have to it don't have to be legalized, is ready like legalizing like before I think of doing it. I'll just think that okay, why if I carry this pregnancy at this time? I'm not ready for it, I'm gonna suffer to the hell, even the child is gonna suffer. So to avoid that, let me prepare myself to go for it. And I go for the safe side. And the safe side is to carry out the abortion and get ready for it more. But in other nutshell, what we are advised to do in a Christian perspective is to refrain from doing things that will bring up the issue about abortion or stuff like that. Do we have the guts to refrain ourselves or stop ourselves from doing what leads to the pregnancy that we want to abort? That's our prayer, and that should be our prayer. That should be what we should be focusing on. But to conclude, the Ministry of Health is requesting the legislature to amend the current existing law that abortion should take place in Liberia, but it shouldn't go above 6 months. After 6 months, no, it shouldn't be accepted, but it should be done with special doctors being doing it. So, in my mind, if this is legalized with all the reasons that have been given, for whatever reason, I don't want to accept their pregnancy or whatever pregnancy at the time, if it is legalized, they will abort it safely. It will not be like the same old case where people are taking things behind the horse. Some people using cassava stick. Oh, come on, you know how you feel. How you feel? They are using it. Yeah, some people using cassava stick. Man, you know how you feel. That will not happen if it is legalized because they'll go directly to the hospital and do it the right way. You get it? So I mean, according with the Lord, I don't want people to use cassava stick because I know they feel it brief. Thank you.
Let's listen to Mariama. Mariama, what is it? That capacity mentor, that's small problem. that's that's a whole another discussion. That capacity mentor, I don't know how they can do it. Well. But anyway, that lady.
Yeah, brother. Cassava stick, man, you nah. They want to go to the hospital. I'm using cassava stick. Let's go to the hospital. Let's get them to go to the hospital. Yes.
Let them go there. Yeah.
Oh, wow, thank you for them. Actually, like I want to take this time to thank you for this opportunity. Actually, it was nice being here with people who at least with our knowledge come here to exchange idea. It feels good, right? But cool. You don't want me to be coming after you every time. I'm like, here's the thing, right? Even if legalizing abortion is not preventing death, you see, legalizing abortion, that quote unquote preventing death, it's not preventing no, you don't prevent death. If your death was meant to be abortion, trust me, you don't prevent it, right? Somebody will say DNC is a safe method for abortion. How sure are you? Medically, yes. Medically, it's 100% safe to do DNC or pregnancy. But you of course any agreement that when you go for DNC you come out outside alive. No, you don't prevent
No,
it.
but that's not the point of discussion.
Use
That's another whole different discussion.
legalization of abortion to be like they want to prevent death. Is that two things it ain't balancing, right? And
No,
second of that,
the rate is going to reduce.
right?
The rate is going to reduce.
I'm not protected. Like Elijah, the was speaking, I was saying, I'm fitting to let me conclude. And second of that,
Please, leave my mind alone. You're getting all like up and down.
like what we say, right? The what he just come from explaining. Despite the fact that abortion is still happening, right? People are doing it through pills, people are doing it, even doctors are performing abortion, but yet and still, some people are still stubborn enough. They can still go to that catastrophic mentor. They can still go through somebody to go to that grass bottle mentor. So what make you think that if you legalize that abortion, that person like that mindset will come to them that I should go to hospital? Even though that it's not legal as in abroad, right? But people are still going to hospital to do abortion. Doctors are doing it. I work in several hospitals in abroad where in those processes they took place in front of me. But still, people here they say people are still living those safe mentors. They are still doing like a safe mentor and taking those what they call concussions for abortion. So the legalizing abortion is not something that they are preventing death or they decreasing death rate. They are just saying that you can legalize it, but at least set a boundary. It shouldn't just be like open up to anybody can just walk and just walk to the hospital. Like I want it. Like sometimes you just go to bed, you wake up frustrated, get frustrated, you just get down in spirit. First come or hormone changes. Sometimes you just wake up in the morning, even somebody say you found your neighbor out there. See? So in that state of mind, somebody just walk to the hospital immediately, like, I don't want it, I want to have abortion. Without even sitting down to even think about it, like what they are going to do. And if just person to the hospital, like that's my one of the things that one of the thing at the one saw like the issue of the bill. That was the thing that came to me. Like what are the criteria that they said that when somebody comes to the hospital that after those evaluations before they commit the process of abortion, sit that person down, let them talk to you, like create that avenue. Why you do have this abortion? Evaluate them, their mental state, their stress level, their hormone level, evaluate everything. More than they actually how they call the person they actually don't want this. The person can just walk to the hospital, just go to the counter or go to the store, I come for abortion, and immediately you guys prefer that abortion. It's not
Okay.
preventing nothing, their rate or
Okay.
so once
All
again,
right.
guys, thank you. It was actually nice being here, exchanging ideas with you people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope to get you in phone on the same platform again one day. So I hope
Yeah,
to get you in
so
phone. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Let's
know
take
I
Ligon.
concluded that. Yeah,
Mm.
1 minute. I know I concluded, but let's just be clear that what the people the bill that we are discussing something that is already in the parliament, and as such, it already has the legal sides to it. It is being clear so that for anybody just understand us that it just want to be a discussion. The people are not just asking that there should just be abortion. All what we are saying is that all the criteria you guys are recommending or the recommendations you are making, it is clearly stated out in the amendment bill that is being requested. You get it? So it's not just that they just want to say that let there be abortion. No. They are even saying at a certain point that you cannot do abortion, but they want it to be done more safely. So I just want to say that shortly. Thank you.
Thank you. Let the Ligon. Ligon, let me hear you from there for your own part and comments.
Ever so much to all of fellow panelists. It was a good time having there in China and the rest of us here in India. Let me say thank you all for the platform. I will just conclude with maybe three main points. One, I want us Africans to
I think we are losing you there gradually. We are not getting you. I think
You
there's
say I'm not
something.
getting
Legal, you have gone low. I think you. I think there's a fluctuations in your internet. If you are getting us, we hope you go and come back again. That was Legon that making his statement. And that is concluding here onto this edition of the exchange. We are you getting him, Legon? Legon, you have to check your volume from your end. Something's wrong somewhere. So we want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being there for us. We are the exchange, and we'll always be here to exchange ideas and ideas in a positive directions. As you see, our panelists today, go back and forth with issues. Ligon, we are not still getting you. We hope to get you again. We don't know what is happening. Hello, Ligon, are you there? We are not getting you. You can go off and come back if the need be. We are just not getting you at all. No way, we are not getting you. Thank you. So anyway, we say thank you and welcome to the exchange. Today was a very fascinating discussion. We are here, like Kon said, and make it very clear. This abortion thing have been in existence. They're just trying to modify it where they want, our sisters to be more safe to do the process at least on a legal basis. No longer saying, "This sister, thank you," saying to the pharmacist, "I beg you, I will increase the price of the of the pills amount." And there are other people, right? There are other physician assistants who have these instruments, with them, and then they can use them for their own personal games, call the people to their houses, take 50 $60 US from them, and carry on abortion purposes, for which is not legal in most of our brothers and sisters, most of our sisters, sorry, life have been amazing on serious occasion. So let's listen to legal, and we can try to draw down curtains onto these editions of the exchange. Focus on Liberia. Legal, are you back? Is everything okay?
I have some low problem. That's why I off my camera. So I will start by saying not every laws from the West we can take into consideration, knowing the fact that we have our own rights and stuff. Secondly, the best means to prevent like is by following all procedure of the family planning, contraceptive pills, the little contraceptive pills, all of the stuff that involve in that family planning. So to reduce these things is to start the awareness from various high school, homes and all. Sometimes the parents will say, "Oh, my daughter too small," all our routine we talking. Right? During our days when you try to do these things, they say that you won't be root up. But now, these things are inscribed in the Ministry of Education books, the health science book, because I was teaching health science back home. You'll see them into the health science book from 5th grade up to 12th grade level. These are inscribed, but our other colleagues are not teaching it to the code that will make these young people follow these things. So, to avoid all of these things, we and other public area, and then we will minimize. So I concur with the phrase or the amended law says we should legalize pregnancy, legalize abortion, but we were clause indicating some medical conditions, some psychological problems and other stuff. If we want to take it at the religious aspect, no need for debate. There is no need for abortion. There is no legalizing of abortion. In legalizing abortion, it will help to make people scary. It will help to make people minimize all other unwanted and unprofessional medical practitioners to carry on these things. Even if you legalize it, I can go to somebody area that I know and then go do something what I'm supposed to do because it's legalized. So
okay, thank you.
It's just that we don't have much time. I could still talk on the aspect of people who will be in Scrum. In said, in Grand, how many recognized medical practitioners do you have to carry on some abortion in an emergency state? So for now, I'll rest my case because of the time. And then I say thank you all to our viewers out there. To Rachel, you have been following and giving your input. Thank you for following. And all other followers, thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think our panelists have said all and you listen to them. Rachel Truman is saying she is carrying home a little doubt. I hope you will ask your questions so our panelists will answer to them. But again, there is no time. But you can just place your question. We're going to answer it after the show in the comment section, or just reach out to us and then we will try to clarify that. So this is how we want to draw down curtains onto this edition of the show. Until we see you, we say bye-bye and bye-bye for now. Thank you.
Alright, me I leave you. Come and see
Maybe don't play fun if you not no love. Cause everybody looking for equal love. Nobody won't be the only me like you. Certified love and understanding 50-50. Nobody need that equal love that I want some love. You've been all in my mind, girl. Just give me loving like I do. I need that equal love that I want some love. You've been inside my heart, tampon. Just give me loving like I do. Oh yeah.
If I give you my love, you might give it love too. If I give you my heart, you might give your heart too.
stop the drum, my love is made for two. I will sweep the ground, make way for me and you on a happy day. Mama, don't cry, cause I'm sticking, yeah. I will buy what you want, and I'm stingy. In the crib all day, give me BJ. Let me know what you want, Baby, tell me what you want. Tell me, I want be where I want. Only you and your want, You don't take it for fun. I need that equal love, that I want some love. You've been all on my mind, oh girl. Just give me loving like I do. I need that equal love, that I want some love. You've been inside my hot tampon, just give me loving like I do. Oh yeah, you're my juice, so when I love you, love me back home. And when I kiss you, kiss me back home. And when I hold you, hold me back home. Yeah, oh yeah.